Command Prompt. Command Prompt is one powerful option in AutoCAD. It allows you to execute command as well, keep track of history. At the same time, gives instructions on what to do next. And each command you take, the command prompt is keeping track of it. For example, if you click on the toolbox here, the command prompt will tell you something. So just keep an eye in the command prompt. This is the command prompt. Click the line 2. The command prompt will instruct you specify first point, and as soon as you specify the first point by clicking, it tells you specify next point. So let's click now to see. You can see specify next point. So to specify the next point is just to move your cursor in the next side and then enter the value, and then your line will be achieved. But this is how the command prompt works. Let's enter, let's say 2 meters, and press the enter key, and you will see that the command prompt itself will clear, but then give you the history of what has taken place. You specify next point and that. So that's how the command prompt works. And I want to tell you that you can still execute commands right here, as the name implies. You can execute commands here. For example, you want to write the same line, you want to draw the same line, you don't need to click here. Eventually, if you lost the toolbox here, you can still make use of the command to achieve everything. So just type in line and press the enter key, and the next thing the command prompt tells you specify first point, which is this, and then it tells you specify next point again. Let's escape that and also try something like plot, which is printing. Press the enter key, and you see the plot model, which is the printer setup, will now come up. So that's how the command prompt works. There are a lot of commands in there that are not visible in AutoCAD. I advise you to mouse over to the the toolbox here, and then press the F1 on your keyboard, which launches the AutoCAD help, and this is very, very useful. You can type in whatever command, or you can view existing commands here. You can also type command line, and then it gives you a Docker dialog box here where you can view so many other commands and read about them. So this is how you can make use of the help tool that will assist you to make maximum use of your commands. So the command prompt also can explode objects. All the objects, all the tools that you have here, just mouse over, you will see construction line. By the time you type in the construction line command here, it will execute the construction line command. For you to know the construction line command, what you do is that you will type X line, and then as the name implies, you can see right here it's telling you X line just below here. That's the command line option. Copy, you can see the command line options are here. If you mouse over to polygon, you will see that the command line for polygon is also here. The same thing with offset. The command line for offset, you type offset, it takes you there. So that's how those things work. Just type offset, and then it now tells you specify offset distance and thereabout. So command prompt is a very powerful and handy tool that assists us in achieving great results. Drawing aids, as the name implies, assists you in achieving great results. The tools below here are called drawing aids. They are more or less like options. So let's start with the auto. What auto does is that it simply enables you to achieve horizontal and vertical movement of a particular object or line. So let's pick a line tool here and specify a start point by clicking, and then move the cursor to the direction we want the line to travel, let's say upward. You can see I am not being able to achieve a purely vertical line here, and that will prompt me to enable the auto. So you can enable auto by pressing the F8 key, or moving your cursor down to the option here, the icon, and click. the F8 is on your keyboard. So now you have the movement purely horizontal and vertical. So this is the power of auto, enables this movement. Your cursor, your line movement in this mode, whatever object you pick will always be horizontal or vertical. And once you click, it drops it like so. So the next tool here is polar. What polar does is that it enables you to track objects. So let's see how it works. Pick a line tool, specify a start point, and then disable auto in order to see the effect of this polar. Press the F8 key on your keyboard to disable the auto. You see that right now I'm not being able to intersect with this object or keep track of the direction of the line. So by the time we enable the polar tracking, you will notice the effect. So click on polar, and then you will see right here at the beginning we have started seeing the effect. You can see that polar is trying to track the beginning of this particular line that is here, and same thing to that, it's tracking the the horizontal movement of this line, and also this way. So polar is something that without auto you can still achieve. It will guide you to achieve a horizontal line just the way I am achieving it here, and also vertical lines. It also enables you to get intersections of object, but not purely intersected, but it will really enable you to get something close to intersection. So that's how polar works. It enables you to keep tracks of horizontal and vertical movement of your objects, just like auto enables horizontal and vertical movement of your cursor or line. Polar keeps track of it. So that's how you make use of polar. So now you can see, you can click, and then you achieve a straight, perfect vertical line. So the other option here is object snap, one of the powerful drawing aids. Object snap, if you enable, let's pick the line tool first, specify. What object snap does is that it enables a snap of an object. It snaps to the closest object of the cursor. So what it does is that it enables object snap and intersections. So right now you see I'm taking my cursor around the object here, nothing is snapping, but by the time I enable object snap, you will see a lot will be snapping. You can notice snaps right here at the angle. You see it's snapping there. The little can I say orange knob that you see snapping there is as if it's magneting. So that's the power of object. Enables you to get precise point. It also enabling the intersection. Now as you can see, the intersection here is in the orange color as well. Is the power of object snap. So that's how you can make use of object snap. It allows you to get precise point, snap to precise point. So then next is dynamic inputs. Let's look at dynamic input. Dynamic input simply allows you to dynamically update the object in question. So let's pick a line tool here. Without dynamic input, you will notice that there are no options for us to modify this object we have at hand. So with dynamic input, let's enable it with, where is it, dynamic input. By clicking it, you will see that the object is now active by telling us to specify next point, and then give us values here that is the current distance of the object, and this is the coordinate. So right here you can, at any point, you can just edit those values just the way I have edited them to unknown digits there. So that's how it works. That's how you make use of dynamic input, and by the time you edit and press the enter key, it will shoot the line in that direction. So the next here is show stroke height line weight. What this does is that it enable the visibility of your line weight. If you if you enable this line to be, let's check out line control, and give it about 60, you won't notice the difference here. There's no difference. If you pick a line tool here, you see there's no difference between the two lines. But by the time you enable the show line width, you will see that the one that has 60 line width is thicker than this one of the default, which is the grids. So that's how you make use of those basic tools. But let me show you one more thing. How do you enable the object snap to work perfectly? You can, right here on the object, right click on it and then choose settings. So click on the settings to take you to the object snap dialog box, and then you can ask it to select all, so all the options of object snap will be selected. With this, you will have much more object snap options enabled. So you see, you can pick a line to specify, and then you will see this time around you can even see perpendicular is included, which enables you to achieve perpendicular transactions. So that's how it works.